Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Friday, December 25th, 2020, which is also Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas to everyone and happy holidays no matter what you may be celebrating for this season. So tuning into the cosmic laws of love and truth. What is the message that we need for this day to help our souls heal and come back home to who we truly are? Okay, so for the theme we have the Death Rebirth card, but it's reversed. So there's something about avoiding change, something about being afraid to let go, being afraid to just jump into the abyss and know that you won't lose yourself. And that's especially true because we have the Eight of Wands reversed. But let's, hold on, I need my sacred chopstick named by Carol Garland. And the cherished chopstick's right here. That was named by Gregorio. Okay, so with the Death Rebirth card reversed, let me just jump into some of the mundane levels, and then I'll get deeper into if there's anything spiritually that comes through. So when it's reversed on the mundane level, this speaks to what I'm getting is it speaks to that place where we're all going through a time of just like getting through the challenging times we're all having on the planet. I mean, we have, I can't negate the fact that we have, the, my friend on Foolish Tarot, or Foolist, I'm sorry, Foolist, she had to name it that because somebody already had Foolish, but Foolist Tarot, she called it the Macarona, the Macarona virus. We're all living through that. And yes, of course, there are, the vaccines are being released right away, have been released, I guess, this week already to frontline workers and those over, is it over 65 or 70? I forget. But, it may not be available for normal people for a while. So here we are, this day in that place of this, not knowing, because on a, on a societal level, when the death card comes through reverse, it can be feeling like, a revolution. It can be a little bit of a, just mundane, straight up level, being careful about political change, and that we are being tested that way. I mean, of course, it's not going to go down the way, he who wants to be in charge of everything, like he who wants to be the dictator, it's not going to go down the way he wants it. So you don't have to worry about that change because the Army and other military forces have already said that they have nothing to do with political elections, and they will not be, getting in alignment with any type of martial law. That's not what they're about. They're about protecting us from other countries. And that's, the only thing that martial law would be, I think, one of the main things that martial law would be handling. So we don't have to, dive into that fear. But that's what this is about, is what I'm feeling on the mundane level, is that there's a lot of fearing about something abrupt or some, even some type of a disaster of any time or any type. But the thing to remember for the spiritual meaning of this is just to know that, it's like that quote, this too shall pass. And we don't need to be afraid of going through this gateway into a whole new life where we can know that big change is coming through for us. This faceless area here is like, the fear of the unknown, but it's also look at this big bright star, and look at this connection to the nature, to the forest and nature, like deep forest, deep nature, big nature. That's who we are, deep down inside. That's who we are. We have the universe inside of us. We are stardust, and we are all the forms of nature inside of us as humans. So, but to go back, with hanging in there on the reverse level, because I don't want to skate over anything. We don't want any spiritual bypassing going on this channel, that's for sure. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling hopeless, if you're afraid of change, mostly, and if you're holding on, then ask yourself why. Just ask yourself why, like what's going on. Now, because we have the Knight of Cups here and the Eight of Wands, and these are both reversed, this brings me more into the relationship realm. Because with, let's address the Eight of Wands reverse first. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands, this can be, like a lack of action, because when the card's straight up, things move really quickly and they go forward really quickly. So when it's reversed, things aren't moving much on this day, and maybe that's just fine. Maybe on another level, we need to look at this as all a big gift, in that we're going to hold fast to who we truly are, no matter what's going on in the world. That's the spiritual message I'm getting here, that is timeless. No matter what in the world is going on around you, you hold tight in the eye of the storm, because you are the one that controls the way you respond to the outer world. And you're the one that creates your own reality based on the decisions that you make going forward. And this is especially true in relationship. So I think there's a blessing here in this Eight of Wands coming through. I think it means that the message is to do not act. Don't worry about missing any opportunities. Don't worry about the fact that you can't travel, or you shouldn't be traveling, during the Macarona. I love her. I can't say her real name because that's not cool, but I just love her on Foolist Tarot. Okay, so anyway, back to holding on to who we truly are. We don't need to act. We just need to stand, firm. It's like I've said before, that that Led Zeppelin last line in Stairway to Heaven is to be a rock and not to roll. So we don't need to roll over for any of these types of relationships that are happening. It also reminds me of the Jimi Hendrix quote that is, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Right? So don't let anyone else have any power over you, any control over you. Because when it comes through with the Eight of Wands, of course we do need to slow down. We do need to. We really should never be moving too quickly, unless it's to grab a glass you're about to drop, or you have dropped and you want to catch it, or to keep from someone or yourself getting hurt. Then we want to move quickly. But the rest of the time, we should be coming from an inner place where we are more solid, and don't worry about, like I said, missing an opportunity. Because if you put these two cards together, this could be some type of being scared to let go of a relationship that came in hot and fast, but now it's gone. It could be like a relationship that was hot and fast, but then you wake up in the morning with them in bed and you're like, oh my God, what have I done? Or somebody even committing and getting married to somebody that they realize, oh my goodness, or some commitment that needs to be turned around. Because when the Eight of Wands comes in reversed, and especially in combo with the Knight of Cups reversed, this can be some type of, like, major imbalance, in the home life and in the romantic department. And that's why, I'm one of those weirdos that doesn't really care a lot about romance. I mean, I did when I was younger. I thought that was everything, and it does. Now, that is not to negate at all any type of the real need for intimacy, the real need for a person sharing their heart with you and you sharing, yours with them. And most people are afraid of that type of intimacy. So if you don't have that, all you ever really have to do is just check inside and see where you're afraid to reveal your real feelings. And, and then when you do that, when you do share your real feelings, you're going to find that you enter the realm of, being your real self. It's sometimes you don't know what you're really wanting to share, but then it turns everything around so that the energy does move more quickly. And then the next, or at least along the line of what that brings in is the next step, is that sometimes you won't know what you're really feeling, and it's taking you time to figure that out and explain it. And then if it's an argument, you might find that it goes back to a pattern in your home life, in your family when you were growing up, where maybe you were never seen and heard and understood, or encouraged, or maybe no one cared about how you felt. That's a very common thing growing up with a lot of parents, especially for people our age or my age, I should say, and in my 60s, late 60s, not late, but pretty late. So, but when that happens so there are different steps into intimacy, and it will feel like you're dying. It will feel like you're going through scary places where you don't know what you want to say or convey, and it's okay to be quiet until you figure out what you want to say. But to make sure that they know that you're not withdrawing from them, but you're just trying to find yourself so that you don't project onto them. That's beautiful. Or some people have relationships where they're like, hey, you know what? I know I'm an imperfect human, and so are you, and we both have childhood wounding to heal, and let's just put it all out there, as long as we know that this is coming from, the past, and we can be a little more messy about it. Like, there's people that do that too, that people that are really okay with conflict, and they're good at conflict resolution, as long as they don't call each other names or hurt each other physically, if there's no verbal or physical abuse, or, emotional abuse can be when people will not, when they do go into withdrawal, and they will not engage, they will not try to heal what's going on. And that's what we have, excuse me, when we're in the Knight of Cups energy and realm, that is heartbreaking. It's cheating, it's deception, it's all types of, disappointment. So, because these came through reversed, all three of them came through reversed, I feel like for many of you, the message is, don't be afraid to let go. And also, don't be afraid to take your time to find the right words to express to whoever this individual is or was. But then on another level, for those of you who have already ended the relationship with someone like this, who deceived you and cheated on you, make sure that you're not afraid to just let go of it. Like, this card would be the way, the showing the way would be to not act. So don't call them up. Don't call them up to say, you know what, I figured something out and you're just da-da-da-da-da. No, don't. These cards are saying, don't be afraid of letting it just die. Because you have to question yourself, like, why would you want to engage again with somebody who cheated on you and hurt you? Unless they're remorseful and then they want the relationship to heal, and they want to understand why they did what they did, and you guys are working that out. That's a whole nother ballgame if that's what's happening. So in a situation like that, then you can go deeper. But if there's really just that inability to let go, then you're just going to repeat the mistake. And the mistake would be to win. Whenever we need to have the last word, whenever we need to get into that, like, just saying place, whenever we need to make sure that they hurt us, even though the relationship is clearly done and there's nothing left to it, then we know that we're just trying to win something. So we have to question our motivations. Like, where does that come from? Is that it's got to be childhood wounding. It has to be childhood wounding where you're still trying to win with one of your parents who wasn't there and didn't truly know how to love. Maybe they were very, very unavailable. Like if you had a very unavailable father, or a father who cheated on your mother, you're not going to trust men. Deep down inside, you're going to have to heal that split and understand that there are trustworthy men who would never cheat, because it would go against their integrity and they couldn't live with themselves. But maybe that wasn't your reality growing up, and this is the whole thing that you're trying to heal. And for that, you do need to glow. You do need to glow. Yeah, you need to glow. You need to go inside and not act. That's the way to heal it. So I think that's all I'm getting for now. If you have questions about it, or you have a relationship issue to process through or get a deeper understanding about, I do offer personal sessions on that, and readings as well. So I'll just leave that there, and again, tell you Merry Christmas. Okay, you guys, take care, everyone. Bye.